Thought I'd share an idea that seems to work pretty cool. This is the top of a toy box, making it for my son's preschool teacher, sort of as a thank you and all that. And I didn't know what to put on top of here, a map or old textbook pages or book covers or something. And I had this World War II through, well, it's Army Air Force, so World War II through what, Korea? So it's before we created the actual Air Force. And it was a bomber jacket. These are the bottom part of some insulated coveralls. Nice leather, calfskin coveralls. But before you think I've done a horrible tragedy, they'd suffered some pretty serious water damage. So the zippers had rusted out of them, and there was, there was some rot issues on the bottom of the other leg. So they just weren't anything. I talked to some folks about fixing them. They were really very small. And anyways, I thought, well, I couldn't bear to get rid of them, and I've had them for years because it's a historical thing. And then, what about turning this into a leather seat? And that's what I did. Now, I've never done any upholstery work, and I'm sure someone will tell me how horrible I've done that or give me suggestions or whatnot. So I went ahead and I cut out as big a sheets as I could, and I thought I could get out of the seat the entire top, but I couldn't. And so I got this big sheet here and then this other big sheet, and I wasn't worried about it being symmetrical. I actually kind of like the fact that it's not symmetrical. These are the straps and the canvas webbing that were part of the shoulder harness buckle. And I have a second one somewhere, and it'll start from right here and come backwards and have a little bit of canvas in the middle. I'll have to address that, but for the most part it'll all be this belt webbing here. And these are just upholstery tacks in every other hole, and I've gone ahead and used a little bit of white glue. Gone down there, a little squeeze out right there. I got to get off. A little bit of squeeze out, but so it's tacked and white glued down. I don't know what's appropriate and what's not. I wanted to roll the edges and have a welt, but this insulated stuff, I just couldn't get it to roll and stay. When I used air stapler, even at 50 pounds PSI, even turned way down, I just couldn't get it to hold down and look good. It's like this is too thick with all this sheepskin felt stuff on there. And I tried shaving the sheepskin, I just couldn't get it. So anyways, that's what I did. And then I'm going to build, this is just a shattered scrap, but I'm going to build some wooden trim that will attach down like that. I'll probably drill and screw it, then plug it with some walnut plugs, and then I might track down some big old horseshoe nails or something like that at a decorative nail. But that'll ring it sort of a picture frame, much like I've ringed the inside of here, picture frame. Ooh, sounds like the helper's on his way. So that's what I've just built, and I liked it enough that I felt like showing it. Thanks for watching. Here's that. It's not quite finished product because I still have the clamps holding these edges here aligned, and I've pinned those corners because there must have been a high staple or something. I didn't want to go down. But they're glued along this face and pinned in the top, and then I got a small band of glue into the leather just to hold the leather there. And these edges were radius just the tiniest bit by hand, so I don't have any sharpness. But yeah, I would have liked it if these things were maybe not quite as thick, but I just couldn't see them holding the tension they needed unless they had some beef to them. And this is old red oak, came from the floor of a railroad boxcar. It's beautiful stuff with lots of distressing and knots. Horrible things to work with. It is just brutal on saw blades. So I don't ever plane it. Just cut it and sand it. But I liked it. There's that that buckle thing and how it came out. I like the fact that it's not uniform. You know, this is where those pants were stitched together. It's not symmetrical. It's just built. Sort of a, I don't know, we've been doing a little more rusticy, steampunky stuff around the shop recently. And it's fun. I mean, it's not what I normally do, but it's fun stuff. But there, I thought you'd like to see at least what the top of it looks like. I'll go on top of that. So that's World War II bomber crew pants, used as the top of a toy chest.